guys, and welcome back to Talks and Tay with your favorite homegirl, D. Taylor May. This is a Wild Down Wednesday. Y'all already know what's going on. It's your favorite cousins in the building, you know, Tay and Tay.
Tay.
It's only right that we start with this Wild Down Wednesday.
Chick-fil-A. Y'all look good.
Your shit on 20%.
I know. This is okay. If y'all don't know, my sister just came in and she's helping us with production right now.
Yeah.
It's moving too much. I'm about to.
Alrighty, so here we go. We're having a couple of technical difficulties at the moment, but we're going to continue on with the show.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
And we're going to jump right back into it. So what's up, Tay? How you been?
Okay, so you want the truth or you want the lie?
You can tell the truth because it's going to end in a lie.
Stop laughing. Okay, so basically what's been going on with me is I've been in a depressive state for like the past couple weeks. And this state that I'm going through is new to me because it's like everything I do, like taking myself out to eat. I've been going out to eat with other people like every weekend. Just, how can I put it? Trying to get myself out of it. Yeah. But it's like even when I do that, it don't, I still be depressed afterwards. So since there's like a new type of issue with me, I'm just like, I don't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
And I've been talking to my therapist and stuff like that about it, and we just...
No, I feel that.
We looking at different ways on how to, like, I guess, get control of it or whatnot. And I also found out I was diagnosed with adjustment disorder ever since my rape in Hawaii. So, with that, it made sense on why I act the way I act. The military isn't fun for me no more. It's just, everything started to make sense because of that disorder thing. And I hate to call it a disorder because that's not who I am as a person. Like, it's just something that traumatically happened to me, and it affected me, and it's still affecting me, even though I thought I was healed already. Yeah. I thought I was good.
Healing is never completely ongoing. So
I thought I was good, but God was like, no, you got some issues.
Yeah.
And here they go. But yeah, but other than that, everything fine.
Yeah. See, I see you started to choose it like, but it's all fine though. Not for sure. I think you hit on some interesting points. I feel a little similar in the sense I think I'm just now getting the motion of allowing the feelings to come from learning how to get adjusted to what's right for me and doing what I'm supposed to do and implementing discipline and what that feel like. Because I think that's an interesting point that you kind of was making a little earlier, just about, you know, when it does come to like adjusting to yourself and trying to find pleasures in the world, and the same pleasures you once had no longer serve you type thing. And I feel like for me, it was more so coming and stepping into adulthood and realizing like the way I spent my time and enjoy myself, and like my less responsible years, my younger years, and I'm still young. I don't want to say young. I don't be like younger, but young, like, you know, before we became full-fledged adults, before we took on 100% responsibility for ourselves, when we was really young and turned for real. It's like,
put it down. Thank you. I'm sorry, my son is in the background, but yeah.
It's like being here now and trying to figure out what fun looks like for me and how that fits into my day-to-day as a fluent and growing adult. It's okay, Junior.
And say hi to the people.
You can tell them hey. Say hey, everybody.
Okay. All right. Go back on the couch and sit down. I'm playing the quiet game, okay? All right. Thank you. That's not gonna work.
No, it's even small stuff like that. Just like, you know, realizing as an adult what all it takes to maintain and keep myself disciplined. It's like trying to find that day-to-day motivation and that day-to-day happiness. I feel like it's just super hard when it's just me, myself, and I. Like, I have to rely on myself to get me up every day and be like, all right, let's go do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And when you working through so much, like, I feel like I'm coming out of having a hard time adjusting to like really being on my own for real. Like, you know, not that I feel like when I went to college, I kind of did experience that whole, you know, going out, being away from my family and stuff, really learning myself, becoming aware and stuff like that. It's like now, I'm like an adult now. It's like, okay, like I'm moving here, I'm working, I'm in my career type thing. Like, I am becoming who I'm going to be in this world. It's like,
You becoming a real you.
Yeah, you feel me? And trying to figure out the pieces of that and what feels like the real me, what feels good. It's so crazy because I ain't never been here before. It's like, wow, like, shit is so different. It's so different now, but it's like, I feel like I'm 100% myself though. Like, still growing and healing, still, you know, adapting in a lot of ways, but I definitely feel like, you know, I'm at like tier 1 of who I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I feel you.
I feel you on that. But let's talk about adulting though. Like, getting into that. Like,
I don't like it.
It's
0 out of 10 would not recommend. Yeah.
It's like I see why. I ain't gonna say I see why. I regret all the times. Like, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to get older. Cause it's like, sis, like, what was you trying to speed up to? Like,
Yeah,
you know, where we
is this
going with
really
this?
the life you wanted? Like,
You know,
this is not it. It's not.
I was just saying earlier, like, I literally regret
You ain't even
anytime.
got no kids.
That's
That's what scared me. I'm like,
Right.
dang.
Girl, like, that's why I say, like, when you gotta get up and do it for just yourself, your only motivation, like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I feel like the responsibility of just yourself, I clap it up for people with kids, because maintaining just me, feeling all the pockets of me on a day-to-day, I don't have no other outlets to pour my motivation or pour myself into to give me the drive to do what I need to do. Like, it always has to come from me. It's just exhausting.
Right.
And so it's just like trying to become an adult and figure all that out. Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't.
Especially harder with kids.
No, I cannot imagine.
You're trying to figure life out yourself, and your kid trying to figure life out because you just met him, like, literally, like, I just met my son, like, 4 years ago. It's just like, we don't really know each other, but you know what? I'm going through life. You're going to have to go through life with me. So, you know what? We're going to figure this thing out as we go.
And I was just telling my mom, I kind of feel like I'm getting to this stage where it's like, I don't know if I want kids, or if I do, like, my want for them is getting pushed back further and further for that exact reason.
And
Like,
that's
I
okay. That's okay. It's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, I don't think it is either, because I just feel I have nieces and nephews and stuff, and at that same time, it's like, I don't know, like, because I know growth and healing is like ongoing. I don't know at what point would I be at with myself where I feel like I'd be able to truly maintain. I had a desire for kids. For
So
real.
I will say this, like, after my assault, like, I knew I was gonna have to heal and stuff like that. He wasn't on the island yet. He was coming, I think, 3 or 4 days after my assault. And I remember thinking to myself, like, how am I going to heal at the same time, take care of him, and try to make sure my emotions don't affect him or treat him any differently just because, or act like quote unquote a bad mom, like neglecting him and stuff when I'm going through something so hard. Like, I still haven't, girl, you about to make me cry. I don't like that.
You know,
like,
welcome to the garden. Y'all keep the background. Welcome to the garden.
yeah, I like that. But that was running through my head a lot when I was in Hawaii. Like, how am I gonna heal and try to be there for him? How am I gonna heal and try to be the parent that he needs? Because he need a strong parent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He needs a strong mom.
That's what it starts with yourself. You know, do the things you do now. Keep going and healing and stuff. Because I think for me, it's like
Still going.
Yeah. For me, it's a little bit on the opposite end of just, you know, while it's not the relationship of a mother to a child, it's just a relationship with things like, you know, recognizing after my assault, like moving forward with whether it be my family and friends or my romantic relationships, or even my relationship with self, figuring out how to get myself back out of there. Like, you know, how do I heal myself? And now that I know better, cope and deal with things in a healthier way without, you know, isolating and cutting everybody off.
I got a question.
What's up?
I just thought. Okay, I'll get you an orange crayon in it. I just got a question because this just popped up in my head. I need to know if you can relate to this. Have you ever had a male friend, just a male friend, like y'all cool, y'all been kicking it and stuff like that, he never tried you, you ain't never tried him. Y'all just like homeboy, homegirl stuff, like real tight.
Real close.
Yeah. And out of the blue, you know, he asked you about your assault and stuff, because you know that's your homeboy, so of course you go vent to him.
Yeah.
But then later on, throughout the night, when y'all both, you done went back to your crib, he done went back to his crib, he texts you on some drunk shit. Like, I want to cuddle, or I want to do this, or can I pull up and come and do this? Like, after your assault, have you ever had any, I'm going to say, friendships that was like that, where you expressed how you felt about your sexual assault and then your homeboy still tries you after he knows how you feel about what happened to you.
Yeah, that's actually crazy that you say that, because here I am thinking, like, you know, I ain't gonna say, oh, what's ever done or something like, but it's like, nah, it's wild as fuck that you say that, because I actually did have an incident like that where it's like, and it was so crazy because I didn't even directly tell that person what happened, but it was a mutual friend that was just like, also like, yo, like, you know, sis kind of going through it, like, you know, I know y'all just be tight, like, you might want to hit her up or something, you know, like, how she doing, like, you know, and so, like, they did, but then it was just like, you know, and them showing up and being there, like, they also, you know, made some passes, and y'all know, we honest, I didn't hear, I did go for it, but, like, afterwards, it just, and I had went for it before, but we ain't gonna get into details about that, but nonetheless, it did make me feel some type of way after, because it was just kind of like, it didn't feel like the appropriate space.
Right.
It made me feel some way about myself in that relationship moving forward, because it was just kind of like, you know, was that like I'm gonna hit you up and, you know, try to check in on you for this opportunity to kind of come up, or was it also like it just kind of came, or like, you know, what was it for real? And moving forward is crazy because I just recently actually like spoke to this person more recently, and it's just like. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like.
That shit crazy. No,
it's like I think I'm at a point now where I'm grown and I've healed with myself, where I've already issued forgiveness and stuff in that relationship. But like now moving forward, it's just kind of like you just kind of look at people and it's like, you know, like I don't know the word for it, you guys. I don't know what to call it, but it's just this feeling of when you just look at people and it's just like. It's like literally that, like that. If I could say it ain't me, it's them. If it was a feeling, like that would be the feeling that would apply to that situation. And it was just like, once I was just like, nah, like that shit wasn't cool for real. Cause I think I tried to like look past it and be like, nah, like, you know, it was okay. But nah, that shit was kind of like, you know, a little odd, a little weird, a little backwards. But for sure.
And I just brought that up just because that just happened to me like literally probably like a week ago.
See, mine was fresh off the bat of mine.
Girl, I was like, hold up. I said, wait, pause. I said, I just expressed to you. And the crazy part is, you remember when I had called you that night and you was with, I ain't gonna say his name, and I was crying and shit. Yeah, and I was crying and shit because the nigga, he literally tried me after I literally told him about, you know, my assault and how I felt about it. Conversation was going good and stuff, and then he was about to leave and he tried it. Like, dude, I just spoke to you about how I felt about this shit, and you still tried it. Hold on, boo-boo. Go over there, sit down. I'm talking. And now, this thing that just recently happened, like, a week ago, it's not the same person, it's a different person, but literally asked me about how I felt about it and stuff like that. And when I tell you my whole demeanor changed, like, I was just like, wait, hold up. I said, damn. I said, I had forgot all about that just because me and him was having a good time. We was conversating about this stuff.
And girl.
And that just, I don't know, it just set me back like, whoa, hold on. This reminded me of the last time. Hold on. And I spoke to him about it, and then when I did it, he made a pass at me. Like you dismissed everything I was just saying, like how I felt about it and everything. And I'm just like, I'm looking at it now. Now I'm looking at it like, and just take that as
vulnerability.
Yes.
Opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah,
which that's sad. That's sad.
No, it really is sad as fuck.
She said, don't do that.
You gotta talk to y'all about a lot. I give y'all a lot of scenarios, a lot of real life situations. But them names, it ain't even a no face, no case with me. It's just that ain't your business.
That ain't your business.
If you needed to know, you gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was gonna go there, it would have went there.
Yeah.
But it ain't there, so we just gonna keep it here. You feel me? But
I wasn't gonna say no name.
Yeah, you was like, I knew you said we was. I knew exactly what you was referring to tonight. Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Mommy, ready yet?
No, hold on. Alright,
I think that made me think of this. So I feel like, you know, something that I've been pondering on and thinking about in life is like, okay, when you do get into healthy relationships with people, and let's say people do things to trigger you, and you know, forgiveness is issue, but of course, you know, growth isn't linear. Healing relationships, love, none of that is perfect. And I feel like when it comes to our relationships, whether it be platonic, romantic, friendship, family, you know, even coworkers, at what point does it go from like, hey, you know, this is my body in the line, and this is you crossing that, and you just being human and making error, and you just growing with yourself, versus, all right, you low-key trying to manipulate, you low-key trying to, you know, put me, take advantage of that, or, you know, in other cases I had, like, you low-key trying to, you know, use the history card, like, oh, well, you know, we've been friends for this long, we've been cool for this long, and whatnot, like, you know how I am type shit, and it's like, I don't really know, because last week I hit on the whole, you know, your boundaries got to be universal, because I started realizing, like, I apply all these new healthy standards and rules and regulations to all my new relationships and whatnot, and I see the growth and beauty in those relationships and opportunities come in. But then when I look at, like, you know, older parts of myself that have been able to, you know, relationships and people that have been able to sustain and grow with me, and I see myself trying to implement the new things for the new me, you know, to get the feelings I'm trying to, you know, have and achieve, because the old stuff that I used to do and stuff don't feel as good. So in certain ways I don't want to take in certain things, certain conversations I don't want to have no more. It's like, you know what I'm saying, getting in these newer relationships and then come back to these old ones and trying to apply these things. It's like, all right, like, you know, we're growing and making progress here, but then sometimes we move back to this. Like, sometimes we still
I don't know
go
if
ahead
that's
about
normal or not. I'm not. Is that normal?
And that's what I'm trying to ask. Like, at what point is it beyond normalcy?
I'm gonna ask my therapist.
Okay.
Yeah, you just gave me a bullet
Like,
point.
cause I've been really getting into that. Like, at what point is, like, you know, error is it just the normalcy of error in human relationships? And at what point is it like, nah, this is straight up manipulation, like they playing with you?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting to the point of just like, it's really one of those things where, like, what they say, how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll? The world may
with
never
the
know.
album.
Yeah, like, you
World
really may never know.
know.
And that's what you just have to, you know, trust intuition, trust self, and just, you know, why I say things like go for character and stuff with people. Because at the end of the day, like, what I've even noticed too is even in my relationships where I know they're good, healthy, and they were built off the foundation of having a healthy relationship, I still see they still make mistakes and stuff. They still have things that do that might make me feel this way, kind of hurt my feelings in that way. But, you know, I can't say, oh, well, this is a bad person and not nobody that's for me, because it was literally built off the foundation, you know, of having a healthy understanding with myself. But yeah, bro, like, I'm gonna have to hit my therapist with that when I get a new one. When I get a new therapist, that's one for her. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to answer that, you know, maybe hit us in the comment, let us know, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But no, and also, I'm going to, what is that shit called? Due to my disorder, I have to go to IOP, which is Intensive Outpatient Program. And it's basically, I'm going to be there with a bunch of women who have been sexually assaulted in the military. And they're going to talk about their experience and all that stuff. And I feel like it's going to be good. But at the same time, it's like I'm kind of nervous because for me to open up about my stuff, even though I have already opened up about it a lot, to open it up to it with a bunch of people that I don't really know. I don't even know these women. I ain't never met them. I ain't never seen them. And I think it's fear of the unknown. You fear the unknown. So I don't want like none of the women going back and be like, oh well, yeah, she told me this, that, and the third happened to her. Like that would, it's.
That definitely piggybacks off what we were just saying.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, like, I definitely feel that in a sense, like, almost with the podcast, like, I get on here and I talk about how I'm healing and growing with myself, and, you know, I don't be knowing who's specifically tuning in and look and read and hear this stuff. It's like, you know, it is a new level of vulnerability with myself, but I also feel like that's where, like, our power and our strength with ourselves come from. You know, when we're able to step into these spaces, and that permits us to do things like grow and heal and stuff.
And hopefully them women can help me heal.
Yeah, community is great.
I'm not gonna say this on camera. I'm about to say, well, I can share some stories if they, you know, comfortable with it. Or maybe they could come on, if I become cool with them. I don't know. It's a whole month with these ladies, so I don't know.
You know, we for the girls. You know, talk to take for the ladies. You feel me?
Anyways.
You gonna get you your feature today.
Yeah, but
Why
we-
down Wednesday with Tay Jimmy?
Fine. Come on, bro. Come on.
It's mommy.
Yes.
Hold on, Brian, can you give us a second and we'll be over there. We need like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we need 10 more minutes, okay? Sit
And
back
we're
on the
gonna
couch,
come over
okay?
there.
We'll come over there. Yeah.
And we'll get an orange
Oh,
pie.
he's going to be.
What he say?
I don't know. He said something to us. It sounded like it was smart though.
Yeah, it did
It
sound
sounded very
smart.
smart. I didn't hear what he said. He
That's
looked.
why you can't have
Yeah, that's why I ain't got it, man. Like real talk, I really don't have the patience right now.
I think
for
he said you
kids.
gotta be kidding me.
He said, speed it up, speed it. Like, I wrap it up then. We hear you. We hear you. My bad. We just trying to get a little
Hey,
podcast
he
in.
behind the camera. He like,
Okay,
wrap it up.
come on,
wrap it
come
up.
on.
We gotta go to commercial.
I'm just cut the cameras. Cut the cameras for real. Get them out of here. Nah.
Bro.
I'm saying, nah, bro. Like,
Oh, weird.
I don't even know what point we was just on
I don't
the conversation, but nah. This adult and stuff, like stuff like bro, like just becoming an adult, like I was saying earlier, like bro, I regret any time I ever fixed my mouth to have any complaint, disregard, attitude, call myself being bad. I tired with my mom growing up when they was footing every bill for me, like. When I really think about your parents providing you with the basic necessities of food on the table, a roof over your head, and a way to get back and forth. Like when you really think about that, we can really take a way to get back and forth off the table. Just simply them giving you food and a place to sleep. Like when I see how much it takes to live in this world,
Man.
and I think about small stuff like that, my mom was right. There's no reason why she should ever came home in her young adult years of working all day, and we sitting at the house. You ain't got no job. You don't pay no bills. Dishes in the sink, meat still in the freezer, room not clean.
Living room fucked up.
What
you know what I'm saying?
What you been doing all day? And it's like with me, when I come home, that's how I feel about myself. But in the context of like, you ain't got no kids. You just you yourself, and you get off work and do like. You work all day to come home to this.
I'm ready for him to get it.
Like-
Yeah, why my living room messed up?
And
Why
like
my
my house
like-
don't be messy, y'all, but it just be small things like right
Yeah.
now, like let me straighten up my living room. Like I got books
Yeah.
over here on top of the shelves. I could probably put my little art kit. I could put it back up under the TV shelf. I need to straighten up my pillows. Like
Yeah, most definitely
you know.
straighten it. I let him do that because he always mess it up and clean up his room.
But yeah, that's just small little things like that when I realize just how much it takes. And then even just growing with myself, just like how much it takes to be yourself and maintain you. And then you got your boss been nagging at you all day, your husband getting on your nerves, and then your kid, the ones you gotta take, like, they got the nerve, the audacity to talk crazy.
Please, don't say it.
The
Fucking
fuck
fire. This shit is over.
Okay, so
And I'm praying.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing
I'm
one
about
shot.
to watch that movie when I get home.
Like,
So
bro.
what's that one? Friday? Is it Friday after next?
Like,
I think it's Friday after next. Is that the Christmas party Friday?
It's
after
the
next?
Christmas one.
Okay, yeah.
But no, really, like, that's the crazy thing about it, bro, because I really just be like, it take a lot to live. And, like, I be kids, like, when I was working at the mental health home, like, the kids, I used to tell them, like, you know, I know I sound like them when I tell you this, but you need to listen to your parents. They really want what's best for you, because when you get out here, when you really get out here and you have to do it, like, you gonna realize why the things you're saying and doing are kind of stupid and dumb.
Yeah.
Not that you're not stupid or dumb, but those actions and choices that you're doing, I promise you, you can get a better outcome and a happier outcome if you just listen to something that guidance and wisdom that's trying to be given to you. Because they really ain't lying when they say same is different day. Like,
Yeah.
it really is. Same is different day, and you gotta get it together up here. Only way you're gonna get it together up there is A, through experience, and B, listen to guidance. Be a learner. Learn something.
Yeah.
Learn from this.
Read your Bible.
Amen. Glory be to God.
Yeah.
Like, right there, that's the biggest
Romans
one.
8:18. Yeah.
Amen.
Read that up.
Amen.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen. Glory, look at God sees, but not for real.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
That's another point too.
A granny right here and right there.
Let's see.
Hey man, God is so good. But that's another thing I will say too. I feel like being an adult, I definitely have gotten deeper in my bag with Christ and really connecting with God, because I just feel like I go through so much on a daily by myself, with myself, And not that I feel like I hadn't experienced this before, but it became more so like it was all internal to where now it's like a little internal and external because I'm having to deal with stuff like, hey, making sure, you know, I'm paying all my bills and stuff, getting up, going to work, putting food on the table for myself type that.
Working
like,
out.
well, you know what I'm saying? And staying invested in my hobbies, doing my podcast. Like,
Yeah.
it's real crazy and stuff, you know, just how much I've had to lean on him to be able to get that strength, that discipline, that endurance I need. Like, for me, that's like my motivation. Like, I was literally
I'm
just...
still waiting for him to motivate me to go to that gym.
I mean, I keep telling myself, that's why I got the hoodie on y'all right now. We can go together. We need to choose one day out the week to go for real. Cause I need to
I
get
come
right.
out of well, I've been in the field for a whole month, so my body physically been tired, my mental been tired. But they said they're gonna give us a 4 day, so they said we off on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
We can always hit it next week.
So
Well, I mean,
we want to go Monday or Tuesday.
Monday might be
Next
better for
week.
me. Monday might be better for me. Monday could be a good day.
Okay, man. I said, yeah, I need that.
Or you want to
After
do
all
Tuesday?
this, I need that break.
We could do it Tuesday. Don't matter.
That's fine. I mean, he gonna be at school. Shoot, I'm about to rest up.
Yeah, I'll be getting off
Like,
at 4:30, so we definitely can hit it after that.
That's straight. That's straight.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've been talking for a little second now. We
You
had a
think
couple, or maybe no, probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Girl, it ain't been no. I don't think it been no 20, 30 minutes. I don't know.
How long did you say?
I don't know. I had alcohol, so I don't know.
Mommy.
And alcohol is a depressant. I want y'all to know that.
Be careful with your intake.
Yes.
She's doing well with hers. Be careful.
I'm
with your
trying. I'm
intake.
trying to do well. It's probably why I've been depressed. It's probably why I've been depressed all these fucking weeks because alcohol is a depressant. And every day I get off work,
That's why I gotta do it.
they just been like my job, not even my job, but just being in the field for this whole month is
Yeah, you been going
draining.
hard Taliban game.
Bro, I'm trying to, I literally tell them folks every day after we get off, I'm about to go home and drink. And I don't be bullshit. I don't be bullshit.
I get a little sippy sip. I feel like that's I got a little pudge. Like that's
Yeah,
I got a
I'm
little
a little
pudge. I got that alcohol, and I've been trying to stop because they tell you alcohol make you gain a little more weight because it's so sugary. But it's just like
Sometimes I be needing
I be needing that drink. I be going straight tequila and juice every time I make me a little
Yeah.
and go about my day. You feel me?
A good wine, a whole bottle, probably half a bottle, and I'll finish the other half the next day. That's how I do it.
No really.
This
So
shit,
you don't feel like it's been 30 minutes?
I don't know. It probably has been 30
I don't
minutes.
know. It might be less than. I bet you camera wouldn't have turned off. It's gonna be the rest of the video gonna be on here.
Probably so. That's why I
bet
been
you
saying that
did.
the whole time.
I'm
Okay.
looking at birth and looking at you.
Okay. All right.
We're getting ready to wrap it up. You want to tell them bye
You want to tell the camera bye-bye?
before we get ready to do our exit?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So, on that note right there, y'all already know it's season 3, Toxic Tay. It's our first Wind Down Wednesday. It was with the OGs. I hope y'all enjoyed that conversation. We kind of hit on a couple of points.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
I
We went from here to there to here to there. It all
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Together.
that's how it goes. That's how we grow. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all tune in, lock in with your girl next Wednesday for another episode of Toxic Tay. Be on the lookout for the new Wind Down Wednesdays that's coming out. More conversation. Y'all gonna see us getting on the mic with a couple other people this season. A
Yeah.
lot more conversation. Y'all already
Yeah.
know how it go. A couple more jokes. You feel me?
Big facts.
He. You know, Queens of Comedy tour.
Kiki. You said Queens of Comedy tour.
You feel me?
I
Like the girls are
mean.
going, the girls are outside. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's Toxic Tay. It's your favorite home. Oop. Okay, we do it again. Boom. It's Toxic Tay with your favorite homegirl, D. Taylor May. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Shout out to my cousin Tay for coming on.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all next week. Shout out to Brian too.
Shout out.
Brian, you say bye to the camera.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye everybody.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Say like and subscribe.
Bye.
Say like and subscribe.
Bye. Subscribe.
Hey,
Okay.
okay.